2 brain aneurysms, 2 life-threatening surgeries, and a relentless career in the world's most popular TV series, Emilia Clarke faced it all, while the world saw only her fierce, unbreakable on-screen persona. But behind the scenes, she fought a hidden battle, one that would test her beyond anything a script could capture. As she teetered between life and death, Emilia discovered a strength she never knew she had, one that would transform her pain into purpose and turn her survival story into a beacon of hope for thousands around the world. This is the journey of a true survivor, forged in silence and revealed through an unwavering courage. Emilia Clarke had always dreamed of becoming an actress. From an early age, she chased every opportunity to perform, pouring her heart into drama school and navigating the competitive world of auditions. Her passion and determination eventually paid off in a way she could only have imagined, landing the role of Daenerys Targaryen in Game of Thrones. It was a dream come true, but what she didn't know was how this success would soon be overshadowed by a personal battle for her life. The world watched as Emilia's career soared. As Daenerys, she commanded armies, defied tyrants, and built an empire on screen. Her character's journey of power and resilience quickly mirrored her own in ways no one could have anticipated. While the audience fell in love with the Mother of Dragons, Emilia found herself stepping into a role far more challenging than any she'd ever played. Shortly after wrapping up the first season, Emilia felt a sudden, searing pain in her head while working out. It was unlike anything she had ever felt. Nausea took over, and she barely managed to stumble into a bathroom, clutching her head as the world spun around her. Moments later, she collapsed. At just 24, Emilia was rushed to the hospital, where doctors discovered the unimaginable. She had suffered a life-threatening brain aneurysm. The medical team explained the severity of the situation and recommended immediate surgery. In the blink of an eye, her life shifted from red carpets and scripts to an operating room. She went under the knife, not knowing if she'd ever step back into the world she loved. As she lay in recovery, the once vibrant young actress was filled with fear, self-doubt, and an overwhelming sense of loss. Recovery was excruciating and humbling. The simplest tasks became monumental obstacles. There were days she couldn't remember lines, moments where she questioned her own strength, and hours spent in silence, fearing the career she had fought so hard to build might be slipping away. Emilia was haunted by the thought that her acting days might be over before they had truly begun. But beneath the fear, a spark of resilience burned within her. She had seen Daenerys rise against impossible odds, and in her weakest moments, Emilia drew strength from the character she had breathed life into. The demands of Game of Thrones were relentless, yet Emilia was determined to return to the set and give life to Daenerys once again. Despite the pain and fear lingering from her first surgery, she held on to a fierce sense of duty to herself, her character, and the millions of fans who now looked up to her. But each day on set was a struggle. Constant headaches throbbed in her temples, shadows of fear followed her everywhere, and she felt the heavy weight of secrecy, as few people knew the truth of what she'd endured. She wanted the world to see her strength, not her scars. Months went by, and Emilia fought to conceal her suffering. She smiled through press interviews, gave her all on set, and carried herself with a courage that masked her inner turmoil. Yet, behind the scenes, she faced her worst fears. What if another aneurysm was lurking? What if she wasn't strong enough to continue? These questions haunted her, but she kept them locked away, refusing to let them tarnish her dream. Then, the nightmare she had quietly feared became reality. In a routine scan, doctors found a second aneurysm, larger and even more dangerous than the first. The news shattered her fragile sense of security. This time, Emilia knew there was no escaping the gravity of the situation. The second aneurysm required another complex, high-risk surgery. Emilia was plunged into a state of dread, knowing this could be her last chance to reclaim her life as she knew it. Before heading into surgery, Emilia faced the possibility that she might not wake up. The anxiety she had kept hidden for so long came rushing to the surface. She thought about her family, her friends, and the life she had just begun to build. For the first time, she allowed herself to truly feel the weight of her own mortality. Emilia was not Daenerys. She was just a young woman, terrified and vulnerable. The second surgery proved to be far more brutal. The procedure brought complications, and Emilia found herself struggling to recover, weakened and uncertain. Days turned into weeks, as she fought through excruciating headaches, blurred vision, and an overwhelming sense of helplessness. She could no longer ignore her own fragility. Her spirit was tested in ways she had never anticipated. For every step forward, there seemed to be 2 steps back, and she questioned if she would ever return to the life she once knew. In these moments, however, Emilia discovered a strength beyond anything she had experienced before. She had faced death, not once, but twice, and each time, she had emerged, changed, but still standing. Emerging from her second surgery, Emilia Clarke felt the full weight of her journey. The intense physical pain, the relentless fear, and the isolation of keeping her struggle a secret had changed her deeply. She had survived 2 life-threatening aneurysms, but something within her had shifted. Emilia could no longer look at life, or her purpose, the same way. In the months that followed, Emilia found strength in her vulnerability, realizing that her journey could serve a greater purpose. She no longer wanted to hide her scars. Instead, she wanted to share her story, hoping that her experience could bring hope to others facing similar struggles. With a renewed sense of mission, Emilia founded SaneU, an organization dedicated to supporting individuals recovering from brain injuries and stroke. This initiative was her way of turning personal pain into something powerful, giving voice to those who often face their battles alone. Through SaneU, Emilia poured her energy into making a difference, meeting survivors who had endured similar trials, and understanding firsthand the emotional and physical hardships they faced. She spoke openly about her journey, her surgeries, and the toll they had taken on her body and spirit. For her, this openness was both healing and empowering. Fans and survivors alike looked to her as a beacon of resilience and hope, and Emilia's honesty helped to break down the stigma surrounding brain injury recovery. As she resumed her career, Emilia brought a newfound depth to her roles, channeling her personal experiences into her performances. She was no longer just Daenerys, the fiery mother of dragons, but Emilia Clarke, a survivor, an advocate, and a symbol of courage. Her battle scars became part of her identity, shaping her perspective on life and strengthening her connection with those who saw her as more than a Hollywood star. Today, Emilia Clarke stands as a testament to resilience. She has not only returned to her craft, but has embraced a calling to help others. Her journey from stardom through suffering and into advocacy is a story of triumph that transcends the screen, showing the world that true strength lies in facing our darkest moments and finding a way to shine despite them. Emilia's life may have changed forever, but in that change, she found a purpose greater than herself. Her story is no longer just one of survival, it is one of transformation, healing, and the extraordinary power of the human spirit.